Attention everyone, I have some bad news. There appears to be an owl among us.
Oh no!
Ah, no! Oh no!
Ooh.
Hello everyone, my name is Chip and today I'm testing a mono-white Taxes deck with Judge's Familiar in it. Yes, Janshevik, if that's how you pronounce your name, I had to put it in a computer to tell me that you're finally getting your wish and I'm seriously testing your feathered friend. Last weekend, a friend and I were curious about what people played in the 1-drop slot of Taxes before Thraben Inspector and Giver of Runes were printed. I used to play Dryad Militant because it had 2 power and it was a natural hate piece against the Storm decks, which I faced a lot of. But it does seem like the widely considered correct thing to be doing back then was to run Judge's Familiar. So today I'm going to be running Judge's Familiar over Giver of Runes and we're going to see how we go. Giver of Runes has been one of the best tools Taxes has received for a long time. But much like Thalia and Path to Exile, or Stoneforge and Leonin Arbiter, there is a conflict within our deck. And though not as major as the previous examples, it does still exist. Aether Vial and Giver of Runes are both competing for the turn 1 play, and given Stoneforge is generally our best turn 2 play, we need our Stoneforge to be protected. If we play Aether Vial first, we can't protect our Stoneforge on turn 2. If we play Giver first and we manage to play and activate Stoneforge, the earliest we can play Aether Vial is on turn 3, so that's not exactly where we want Aether Vial to be. So today I'm testing Judge's Familiar in Giver's place. This gives us a cleaner turn 1 Aether Vial, turn 2 Stoneforge line, and if our opponent tries to counter or destroy our Stoneforge with an instant or sorcery, we can vial in Judge's Familiar in response and ruin their day. Unlike Giver of Runes, Judge's Familiar's ability is relevant even when it has Summoning Sickness, or if we choose to attack with it. And given that no matter how much we tax our opponents, they will eventually draw enough lands to play around our taxes, Judge's Familiar being able to deal a few points of early damage can be extremely relevant. There also exist fringe lines where we can have an Esper Sentinel and an Aether Vial on one, and our opponent bolts our Sentinel. If our opponent pays the mana to stop us drawing, we can vial in the Judge's Familiar and counter the bolt to keep our Sentinel around for future taxes. Or if they let us draw, we still have a Judge's Familiar in play. Now, obviously cutting Giver of Runes won't be all upside. Not being able to protect from creatures, planeswalkers, and any number of other answers our opponents may have will hurt us. So to try and make up for that today, I'm also running 4 copies of Urza's Saga to keep pumping out creatures. And I'm testing 4 Intrepid Adversary, a 2-mana 3/1 lifelinker from Midnight Hunt, that when it enters, we may pay 1 and a white as many times as we like, and for each time we do, we put a Valor counter on Intrepid Adversary. For each counter on it, all of our creatures get +1/+1. Because this is an ETB and not a kicker, we can vial in the Intrepid and still pump our board. But in a pinch, a 2-mana 3/1 lifelinker might be just good enough to get the job done. I'll put a full deck list down in the description, and while you're down there checking that out, if you're enjoying this video, please be sure to leave it a like. That lets me know this is more of the content you'd like to see. And before we get to the games, I just want to inform everyone that I actually haven't had time to test this deck yet, so we're going in live.
We'll do it live!
And I would really appreciate any feedback on my misplays or punts that I make, because the only way I'm going to get better is if you guys point it out, and the better I get, the better the content gets. And with that, let's get on with some games.
Do it live!
Okay, round 1 and we've lost the die roll. Versing a Urion list. This hand doesn't really do anything for a while, so we're going to mulligan. Well, damn. Mulligan again. Alright, we can keep this one. Let's throw back Wisp and Skyclave. Opponent leads on a Hallowed Fountain tapped. Passes to us. Plains and Aether Vial. Pass. Seachrome Coast into a Stoneforge Mystic. Okay. Gets themselves a Shadowspear. So they already have a Kaldra in hand, probably. Aether Vial ticking up. Let's just play Flagstones and pass. Opponent just passing. Interesting. Aether Vial ticking up. Let's play Horizon Canopy. Run out of Judge's Familiar. Pass the turn there. Yep. Opponent activates Stoneforge. Puts the Kaldra into play. Didn't put the Kaldra into play aggressively. Interesting. Opponent plays a Scalding Tarn. Cracks the Scalding Tarn in their combat step. It's a Watery Grave. Untapped. We're going to take 5. Play the Shadowspear, and another copy of Stoneforge. Sword of the Meek. Okay, now we know what's going on. Activate Aether Vial. Intrepid into play. Let's pump it up once. Well, that didn't work. Scoop it up.
Ah, that's a shame.
Yeah, just misplayed on the pump. Okay, well, Sword of the Meek, bring in the Sanctifiers, the Pithing Needles, I guess the Paths for the Kaldra stuff. Does Sanctifier help? They are running black, so they might have black removal. I have no idea what we can cut in this matchup. It's going into 1 Thalia for the 3 Path. I think we're cutting the Intrepids. I guess we can cut 1 Aether Vial, run it back like that. All right, we're going to keep this hand. Plains, Aether Vial, go. Flooded Strand, you get a Hallowed Fountain, Prismatic Ending on the Aether Vial. Okay, go to our turn. Goes the Saga, run out an Aether Vial, pass. nice. They play their own Urza Saga, tick up our Aether Vial. Play a Plains, pass the turn, ticking up their own Urza Saga. Let's make a construct. Get themselves an island. Aether Vial ticking up to 2. Drew the Relic. Let's make a construct. Opponent also makes a construct. Because they think we're going to Pithing Needle their Urza Saga. Let's just get a Relic of Progenitus. Swing in for 4. Opponent takes it. Let's play an Urza Saga. Pass the turn there. Okay, opponent's Urza Saga is going up. Tapping it for mana. Let's just crack the Relic to draw. Sword of Fire and Ice, not bad. They get their own Pithing Needle. They name Aether Vial, interesting. Run out of Sword of the Meek. They're just passing. Okay, well, Aether Vial will tick up to 3. Saga gets its second counter. Let's play the Plains. Run out of Relic. Opponent has a Metallic Rebuke. So do we pay 3 for that? Because they must be close to assembling the thing. So I will pay 3 for that. Actually, no, I won't. Okay, you countered my Relic. Let's go to combat. Attack them. They're blocking. We're not going to let them trade. They've got a Solitude. Okay, they are going to let them trade. Take out the other attacking construct. Then we'll pass the turn there. That's the Thopter Foundry. Yep. Aether Vial staying where it is. Let's make a construct. Pithing Needle. Name a Thopter Foundry. Let's run out another copy of Urza Saga. Judges familiar. Go to combat. Swinging for 4. Pass the turn there. When it casts an Emery, just passes. Okay. Well, Aether Vial can stay where it is. Path to Exile, not bad. Let's play Flagstones. Cast Sword of Fire and Ice. And opponent scoops it up there. Very nice. Alright, turns out when we're not mucking up with our cards, we do alright. I think I'm going to bring in the Engineers. Bring them in over Sanctifiers. Run it back like that. Alright. Yeah, we can keep this one. Opponent plays their Misty Rainforest. They crack it for a Hallowed Fountain immediately. And an Esper Sentinel. Okay, let's play Plains. Do we give him a card here? I think we do. Relic. Sure, you can draw. Pass the turn there. Urza Saga, Shadowspear, and another Esper Sentinel. Okay, they're getting aggressive. Let's make him exile that Misty Rainforest. Let's play Flagstones, run out Stoneforge. Let's get the Kaldra. Pass the turn there. Urza Saga ticking up. Portable Hole on what? On my Stoneforge. Okay. Cracking the Scalding Tarn. Getting a Watery Grave untapped. Just equipping the Shadowspear to an Esper Sentinel. Okay. Swings in. Let's play Ghost Quarter. Let's try for an Engineered on 1. I know they're going to draw a lot of cards, but hopefully they don't have Force. Looks like they don't. I guess we pop it later after they've decided what they're doing with the Urza Saga. Okay, Urza Saga doing its thing. What are you doing, opponent? They're tapping it for mana. Pop the EE. All right, get our Stoneforge back. Get a Shadowspear. So yes, they drew some cards off their Esper Sentinels, but we took out 4 of their cards. Yep, Pithing Needle. Probably going to have to name Stoneforge here. Yep, another Esper Sentinel. And then they play a Flooded Strand. Skyclave's cool. Let's tap Flagstones, play Flagstones, keep Flagstones, get ourselves a Plains. Let's run out Skyclave. Opponent does have the Metallic Rebuke for that, so we won't pay, but we will, however, run out of Shadowspear. Sure, you can draw opponent. We're getting a Hallowed Fountain tapped. Let's just go to combat, swing in for 1, pass the turn there. Island from our opponent. Prismatic Ending on the Shadowspear, sure. And Yuri on the hand, no worries. They swing in for 1, we're going to take it. Go to our turn. Pithing Needle as well. Okay. Well, let's just play Horizon Canopy. Flickerwisp. Pithing Needle. Activate Stoneforge. Kaldra can come down. Go to combat. Swing in for 5. They take it down to 9. Sure, their Pithing Needle can come back. They can name whatever they want. Engineered Explosives. Okay. Misty Rainforest. They crack it. Get themselves an island. That's an Urza. And a Portable Hole. Take out my Germ token. Sure is. Well, we know they've got a Urion in hand. We draw a Relic. Let's put Sword of Fire and Ice into play. Attempt to equip to a Flickerwisp. Hopefully their last card isn't Solitude. Swing in. I think we just shoot them. Or we could shoot the Esper Sentinel. I'm going to shoot them. Draw the card. Ghost Quarter. Play it. Run out Relic, let them draw. Another Esper Sentinel, activating Urza, Aether Spellbomb. Okay, play the Spellbomb. They have an Urza Saga, and now they run out the Urion. Okay, blinks their board. They did blink a Pithing Needle. Sure, you can swing in for 1. Now, in response to their bring back trigger, let's just get rid of the graveyards and draw a card. Okay, we draw a Saga, not bad. Portable Hole and Urza Saga come back. Portable Hole takes out our Stoneforge. All right, we did hit a land, which is cool, but I think we're dead. To crack a Horizon Canopy to draw. Urza Saga doesn't help. I think we're dead because they can just bounce whatever we do with the Aether Spellbomb. So let's play an Urza Saga. Let's Pithing Needle. Sure, you can draw. Yep, that's the bounce. Okay, so what do we name now? Probably just Aether Spellbomb again, yeah. And then we can Flickerwisp, take out a construct, pass it there. They're named Sword of Fire and Ice with the Pithing Needle as well, so we can equip the Kaldra if we survive. Teferi and we're dead, pretty sure. They bounce. Prismatic Ending on the sword, yep, had Xaxes. Disappointing. I feel like we were really close. If we hadn't punted away that first match, maybe, but...
Shame. Shame.
Oh well, we ended up fighting a good fight, but we just couldn't seal it up. All right, round 2. Lost the die roll again. Let's keep. Opponent plays a snow-covered mountain into a strike at rich. Okay, let's play a flagstones into a judge's familiar. Pass the turn there. Faceless Haven into a seasoned pyromancer. Okay, getting rid of the engineered explosives. We very much fear a blood moon, so we're going to play Ghost Quarter. Can play Thalia, delay blood moon a turn. Go to combat, swing in for 1. Opponent takes it down to 19. Just pass the turn there. Another Faceless Haven. That is the Fury. An unfortunate side effect of having a bunch of X1s is that Fury is very good against us. Yep, wipes our board. Okay, just flashes back the strike at rich. Works for us. Swings in for 4. So is there any way we can spin this? Flagstones, Ghost Quarter, get a plains, Urza Saga, Flickerwisp, take out the treasure token. Okay, I think we just make ourselves Blood Moon proof. So we're going to tap Flagstones for mana. We're going to play Flagstones. We're going to keep the Flagstones. Get ourselves a plains. Tap the Flagstones for mana. Ghost Quarter our own Flagstones. Get ourselves a plains. Flagstones will get us another plains. And then we're going to play Flickerwisp, and we're going to take him off that treasure token. Pass the turn there. Opponent swings in for another 4. We'll take it. Down to 12. Go to our turn. Skyclave. Let's play Urza Saga. Skyclave Apparition. Take out the Seasoned Pyro. Go to combat. Swing in for 3. Take it down to 16. Pass the turn there. Snow-covered mountain. Another copy of Seasoned Pyro. Okay, what do they discard? Another copy of Fury. Interesting. Pass to us. Another Intrepid. That's cool. So let's play another Urza Saga. So we can make a Saga token here and then run out 1 Intrepid. Or we can run out an Intrepid, pump our board, swing in for 5. I'm going to hold up because we have Solitude in hand that we can also cast. So let's just swing in for 3. Pass the turn there. All right, opponent's animating a Faceless Haven. Plays a mountain. Goes attacking like that. Let's just cast Solitude. Take out the Faceless Haven. And opponent scoops it up there. Yeah, going after their lands was a good idea.
I had a great idea.
All right. I guess we bring in our pro-red stuff. And I'm also guessing they're like a Khan build. So I'll bring in a Pithing Needle just in case. Go down 1 Esper Sentinel, 1 Judge's Familiar, cut a Thalia, 3 more cuts to make. Let's cut 2 Intrepid, 1 Vial. Run it back like that. Sounds pretty weak to a Blood Moon. It's mulligan. Sounds better. We're going to keep. Let's throw back the Horizon Canopy. Snow-covered mountain from our opponent, and they pass. Works for me. Plains and Esper Sentinel. Pass to you. Faceless Haven. Pass to us. Let's run out Plains. Go to combat. Swing in for 1. Opponent casts Lightning Bolt on the Esper Sentinel. They do pay the 1. Run out Sanctifier. Get rid of the Lightning Bolt. Pass the turn. Relic of Progenitus. Yep, we're not doing anything with our graveyard. Yep, just to redraw. Snow-covered mountain. Passing. Well, let's run out Urza Saga here. And then also run out Stoneforge Mystic. Let's just get the Sword of Fire and Ice here. Go to combat. Swing in for 2. Take it down to 18. Pass the turn. Opponent runs out a Seasoned Pyromancer. 2 elemental tokens. Has a mountain and passes. Urza Saga ticking up. Let's play Ghost Quarter. Activate Stoneforge. Sword of Fire and Ice into play. Let's equip it onto the Sanctifier. Go to combat. Swing in for 4. Shoot the Seasoned Pyromancer for 2.
Sharpshooter.
All right, draw a land, that's good. Pass it there. They play a mountain. Blood Moon, sure. Gonna get rid of our Urza Saga. Shattering Spree. Yep, got rid of our sword and is swinging in. Okay, let's go to our turn. Let's play Plains. Let's run out Shadowspear. Let's equip it to a Stoneforge Mystic. Go to combat. Swing in for 4. Pass the turn there. Opponent has the Koth. They add red for each mountain. Seasoned Pyro. Discards a bunch of cards. Draws some more ones. Swings in for 2. We're gonna take it. Go to our turn. Play Ghost Quarter. Go to combat. Let's just attack Koth for 2. Pass the turn there. Opponent plays a Snow-covered mountain. Has a Fury. Okay. Deals with our Stoneforge. Big swing. Okay. Let's cast Solitude. Let's take out the Seasoned Pyromancer. Yep. Opponent's got Scred for it. That's fine. So now we'll take 3. Go to our turn. Play Ghost Quarter. Run out Judge's Familiar. And opponent scoops it up there. Beautiful. All right. Couldn't get through the pro-red, and we won game 1 pretty handily. Very happy with that. All right. We lost the die roll again. I'm sensing a theme here. Opponent reveals a Kahira, which I think means it's control, so we'll keep this hand. Either control or elementals. Either a really good matchup or a really bad matchup. Celestial Colonnade. All right, looks like control to me. Let's go Plains into an Esper Sentinel. Pass the turn there. Hallowed Fountain. Tapped. Let's go to our turn. Aether Vial 2. Let's play Ghost Quarter. I think Thalia is more important. Run out Thalia. Go to combat. Swing in for 1. Take it down to 19. Pass the turn there. Castle Vantress. Prismatic Ending for 2. Do they pay the 1? They do. Okay. So their turn 3 took out our turn 2 play. That's all right. Go to our turn. Flickerwisp. So let's play Horizon Canopy, run out Aether Vial, go to combat, swing in for 1, pass it there. They're just pretty happy passing to us. Aether Vial ticking up. Another land, not bad. Let's go to combat, swing in for 1. They take it, play a Ghost Quarter. We'll just pass it there. There's their 4th land. Pass to us. We'll tick up our Aether Vial. Play Horizon Canopy, go to combat, swing in for 1, pass it there. Passing to us, Aether Vial, ticking up. Another Skyclave. Okay, let's play Ghost Quarter, go to combat, swing in for 1. Suppose we could have tried for Solitude there, but they're definitely holding up counters. Yeah, we'll just pass it there. Opponent's just passing. Let's activate Aether Vial. Just put a Skyclave into play. Aether Vial can stay on 3. Another Solitude, not bad. Swing in for 3. They take it. We'll just pass the turn there. Casting Spreading Seas. Targeting my planes. Add mana, Ghost Quarter it, myself a planes, let the mana go away. They're not doing much of anything. Let's cast a Solitude, let's activate Aether Vial, put in Skyclave, nothing to grab. Go to our turn, keep Aether Vial on 3. Play Flagstones, go to combat, swing in for a bunch. They take it down to 4. We'll just pass the turn there. They do hit the 5th land. Supreme Verdict, do they let us draw? They don't. Let's just cast a Solitude. Aether Vial staying on 3. Let's play planes, go to combat. Opponent is evoking a Solitude. Yep, so we'll let the evoke resolve, and now we will activate Aether Vial, put our Flickerwisp into play, targeting our Solitude. They exile nothing. Sacrifice a Horizon Canopy to draw. Another Solitude, okay. Let's just pass the turn there. Our Solitude comes back. Do you have a board wipe opponent? They have a Solitude. Okay, Solitude to take out our Wisp. Sure. Let's cast our own Solitude, take out their Solitude. They are up to 7. Aether Vial staying on 3. Let's crack the Horizon Canopy to draw. There's the Shadowspear. Let's run out Shadowspear. Let's equip the Shadowspear. That draws out the concession. Okay, good game against control. Very good game. All right, so we're going to bring in an Expedition map and a Pithing Needle. Is there anything else we need against control? Probably not. Batterskull over Kaldra, maybe? Kaldra's still pretty good and hard for them to deal with. You can re-equip it. 2 cuts. Let's cut 1 Shadowspear. Well, let's cut the Shadowspear. We're not going to lose to our life not going up. And I think it's a Solitude. Well, Solitude's our only removal that deals with their Solitudes, isn't it? Let's cut a Skyclave. It's only really hitting Teferi and stuff. Let's run it back like that. Hopefully we can get them with the Judge's Familiar. That'd be nice. Make this video worthwhile. We can't get the Kaldra down. So this is already a mull to 6. And then turn 2 Thalia is probably too slow with our opponent going first. So let's mulligan. Is this the hand? What, throwback Solitude? All right, let's keep. Opponent plays a Scalding Tarn and passes. Another Aether Vial. So Flagstones, Esper Sentinel. Opponent cracks the Scalding Tarn. Gets a Rawgrim Triumph. Pass the turn there. Opponent plays an Island. Passes. Judge's Familiar. Let's cast an Aether Vial. Play a Flagstones. Keep the untapped Flagstones. Get ourselves a Plains. Run out the other Aether Vial. Go to combat. Swing in for 1. Opponent takes it down to 18. Pass the turn. Castle Vantress and passes. Go to our turn. Aether Vials ticking up to 1. Esper Sentinel off the top, please. Thalia's not bad. Let's play it. Go to combat. Swing in for 1. Opponent's cycling a Shark Typhoon. 1/1 Shark. Let's evoke a Solitude. Take out the Shark. So now they break even on life. We lost 2 cards. Pass the turn there. Breeding Pool tapped. And they're passing. I guess we activate the Aether Vial. Judge's Familiar. Go to our turn. Aether Vials ticking up. Keep 1 on 1. Turn up the other one. We've got a bit of lag here. Might just be my internet. Okay, the internet's fine. It's not the internet. It is MTGO. Oh, yep. Server has failed, so restart Magic Online. Talk about a bit of pressure. What? Nah, you're not offline for scheduled maintenance. There was no announcement of scheduled maintenance. Okay, we're back in. Now we're waiting for our opponent. All right, we are back in. They might not be able to get back in. Okay, tick up the first vial, keep the other one on 1. Judge's Familiar, not bad. Let's go to combat. Swing in for 4. Opponent takes it down to 14. We're going to pass the turn there, and I'm expecting a Supreme Verdict very soon. Oh, they're casting Dress Down, letting us draw. Okay, so now our creatures lose all abilities. They don't have double white yet, so maybe that's a reason to hope. There's the second white. Sure. Supreme Verdict. Dress Down going away. Activate Aether Vial. Judge's Familiar into play. Aether Vials can both tick up. Solitude's not great. Swing in for 1. Pass the turn there. Hallowed Fountain. Tapped. We're just passing. Okay. And it's gaining control of one of our Aether Vials. Okay. Let's not put the counter on it. Let's not put a counter on this one. Did draw the Wisp though, so a little punished. Swing in for 1. We take it down to 12. Pass the turn. Opponent just plays a land and is passing. Okay. Aether Vial ticking up. Intrepid as well. Okay, let's go to combat. Swing in for 1. Pass the turn there. It activates Vantress to scry. Yep, does tick up the Aether Vial. Go to the end step, activate our Aether Vial, put a Flickerwisp into play, target their Aether Vial. Solitude's gonna hurt here. Yep, Solitude comes down, takes out our Flickerwisp. Go to our turn. Aether Vial. Let's tick it up. Let's attempt to cast a Thalia. Resolved. Okay. Swing in for 1. Flickerwisp brings back our Aether Vial. Opponent hard casts another Solitude. Takes out our Thalia. Okay. This is going to undo lots of turns of work. They swing in for 6. We're going to take it down to 19. They're all the way back up to 15. Getting Kahira to hand. Another Intrepid's interesting. Let's go to combat. Swing in for 1. Pass the turn there. Opponent scries with Vantress. Opponent's playing a Shark Typhoon, and I don't think we can really beat that, but I guess we'll find out. Swings in. Activate Aether Vial. Opponent's casting Dress Down. Okay, so their creatures don't have lifelink. That's fine. Now they sacrifice Dress Down. Go to our turn. Tick up the little Aether Vial. Keep the other one on 5. Play the Horizon Canopy. Interesting. So potentially we could resolve a Sword of Fire and Ice here. Let's give it a go. That worked. Let's just pass the turn there, I guess. They play a land. Prismatic Ending for 9. So they get a 9/9 shark. Okay, you get a 9/9 shark. And then I counter the Prismatic Ending. They swing in for 6. Aether Vial in a Solitude. Take out the 10/10, or do we just take out the Solitude? I think we kind of have to take out the shark here, don't we? Okay, take out the shark because then the sword can take out the other one. So maybe we did that a bit early. No blocks. Let's put in an Intrepid. Go to our turn. Say no to both. Thalia. Bit useless now. Let's equip the Intrepid. A Sword of Fire and Ice. And it has a Solitude. Okay, takes out our Intrepid. They evoked that as well, so now they have no cards in hand. So then let's pass. Opponent's swinging in with everything. We'll activate Aether Vial. Thalia into play. Block a Solitude. Go to our turn. If we could draw a land, please. Keep our Aether Vials where they are. Land is good. All right, let's equip to the Thalia. Let's play the Plains. Let's go to combat. Swing in for 7. Shoot the Solitude. Draw another land, not bad. Go up to 7. Pass the turn there. Opponent does their thing with the castle. Archmage's Charm, just drawing 2 cards. Okay, making sharks. Casting yet another Shark Typhoon. Okay, swings in for 2. End step, let's activate Aether Vial. Intrepid into play. Let's pay one of the things. Go to our turn. Keep the Aether Vials where they are. Let's crack a Horizon Canopy to draw. Another Intrepid. Okay, so let's equip the Intrepid with the sword. Let's go to combat. Let's attack with everything. Yep, opponent's going to eat the Solitude. Let's shoot the shark. Draw another land. Okay, pass the turn there. They're scrying with the Vantress. Hopefully no board wipe just yet. Flooded Strand. Prismatic Ending on the sword, and I think that was our only way to win, so we'll scoop it up. Late game engineered explosives might be cool. Might just be too cute. I'm going to cut Skyclaves, and I'm going to bring in Paths. And let's go Batterskull over Kaldra. Run it back like that. Won the die roll. Let's go first. We've got to play quickly. That game bugging out cost us some time. Yeah, I guess we can keep this one. Plains and Aether Vial. Pass the turn there. Hallowed Fountain, untapped. Prismatic Ending on the Aether Vial. Pass to us. Plains and Judge's Familiar. Pass the turn there. Polluted Delta. Pass to us. Yeah, let's just play Horizon Canopy. Go to combat. Swing in for 1. Flickerwisp. Target our land. Pass the turn there. They get themselves a Rorgrim Triome. They pass the turn there. Land, please. Close enough. Let's run out Esper Sentinel. Counterspell. No thanks. Go to combat. Swing in for 3. They take it. Let's run out an Intrepid. Pass the turn there. Prismatic Ending. We get to draw. Hit a Path. That could be good in the future. Go to our turn. Another Path. Okay, let's go to combat. Swing in for 4. Opponent's still pinched on mana. I don't think the extra counter is going to change much here. Opponent casting a Subtlety. Okay, so they get to put it on top or bottom of our library. Okay, put it on top. They're still stuck on 2 lands. Let's go to combat. Swing in for 4. Let's go with the Intrepid. Pass the turn there. Prismatic Ending on the Intrepid again. We get to draw another card. Stoneforge. That's way better than an Intrepid. Let's go to combat. Attack with everything. Stoneforge Mystic. Sword of Fire and Ice. Pass the turn there. Mystic Gate. Teferi Time Raveler. We get to draw a card. They bounce our Flickerwisp. Let's play Flagstones. Let's go to combat. Attack them with both creatures. Yes! All right, losing the clock, having MTGO crash, and we still got there. All right, we still got a very good matchup against Control. Losing that clock just did my head in for game 2, but you know what? We're really good against Control. Judge's Familiar pulled its weight, stopped that early counter spell so we could get the Esper Sentinel down. Then Esper Sentinel proceeded to draw us a bunch of cards because they couldn't let the Intrepid resolve because we were just going to eat too much of their life total with it. Because even though it's only like a 3-2 by itself, I think it's actually a 3-1 by itself. As an offensive creature, that's great. And we don't care if we're not blocking with it because it's got lifelink. All right, we've won the die roll finally. Let's go first. I think this one's a mulligan. Well, this hand's not great, but I guess we can keep. Throw back Kaldra, Plains, and pass. Mishra's Bauble from our opponent. They have revealed a Loris, so makes sense. They look at our top card. Mishra's Bauble does its thing. They play another Mishra's Bauble, and they look at their top card. They're deciding whether or not they want to fetch. Bloodstained Mire, cracking it. Blood Crypt, untapped. Inquisition. I mean, I'm kind of tempted just to scoop now. Yep, we take our Thalia. They get to draw a bunch of cards, and we have a Ghost Quarter, so I guess we'll play that and pass. Spire Bluff Canal, so maybe Grixis Death Shadow, Kroxa. Okay, let's just ditch a Horizon Canopy and take the 3 here for now. Go to our turn, play the Urza Saga, pass the turn. Expressive Iteration from our opponent. I mean, if there was anything that could get us back into this, it's Urza Saga. Unfortunately, they're probably running Dress Down, and they've got the thing in their sideboard, Alpine Moon. That's a risk you take. They play and crack a Bloodstained Mire, get themselves a Swamp. Inquisition takes our Skyclave. Another Solitude's not bad. Just play Horizon Canopy, pass. Expressive Iteration, get a Mishra's Bauble into Exile. Scalding Tarn, they crack it. Blood Crypt untapped. So yeah, I'm saying the way they're burning through their life total, probably a Death Shadow, Dragon's Rage deck. Play the Bauble, get to Surveil. Thoughtseize to the graveyard. Let's make a construct. Go to our turn, another Saga. Okay, let's make a construct. Let's get Shadowspear. Play the Urza Saga. Equip the construct. Go to combat. Swing in. Opponent's down to 9, we're back up to 20. Pass the turn there. Crack the Bauble, looking at our top card. Thoughtseize. Okay, let's let them Surveil. Then let's evoke the Solitude. Sure, give them some life. They do lose it again, but unless they can lose more life, this potentially means our constructs can trade with Death Shadows right now, although the Bloodstained Mire does change that. Is this Kroxa coming back? That is just Kroxa coming back. Okay, well, we have answers. Thalia's not one of them. So what happens if we just swing in? I guess we'll find out. Okay, they're going to block the lifelinker. Let's make another construct. Hit him down to 5. We're up to 22. Pass the turn there. Watery Grave, untapped. Loris to hand. Runs out Loris. Casts Bauble. Looks at our top card. Go to our turn. You can draw the card off your Loris. We get a Ghost Quarter. So we're going to make a construct, get an Aether Vial, play the Ghost Quarter, equip a construct. Do we just swing with the 1? No, we swing with both. Swing with both. Blocking like that. Okay. Pass the turn there. So they think this Kroxa is going to help them win more than Loris. Inquisition takes out the Thalia, Bloodstained Mire, and just passing. No attacks. Okay. So they haven't got Dress Down then, or else they would have attacked. Aether Vial ticking up. Let's crack the Horizon Canopy to draw. Let's play the Plains. Let's go to combat. Attack with both. Opponent's blocking the smaller one. Okay. Unholy Heat, and they do have 4 card types. I don't even think Esper Sentinel saves that. Does not. It's a little upsetting. Okay, you got it. Opponent swings in for 6 to activate Aether Vial. Esper Sentinel, Steam Vents, tapped, passes to us. Aether Vial will tick up. Another land. Okay, well, let's try and equip the Esper Sentinel, I guess. Swing in, drown in the lock. Okay, they do pay the 2 because of course they can afford it. They have every land in the world. Let's play Flagstones and pass. Polluted Delta. They do swing in. End step. Let's Ghost Quarter our Flagstones. Plains. Go to our turn. Do we tick up the Aether Vial here? We have a lot more 2s than we have 3s. Okay, Flickerwisp. Let's cast Flickerwisp. They don't have the counter. Let's hit the Kroxa. Let's equip the Flickerwisp. Pass the turn there. All right, Kroxa comes back. Domes us for 3, but has to get sacrificed. Opponent has Unholy Heat for the Flickerwisp. Yep, that's fair. Kroxa comes back. Domes us for another 3. I think we kind of have to tick up the Aether Vial now. I know we just drew a 3-drop. Okay, Thalia, no help. We die anyway. 2 drops, we die anyway. So we need 3-drop anyway, so we'll tick it up. Dead. A little upsetting. Sanctifier, Burrenton, Relic. Let's go down to 1 Aether Vial. Cut a Thalia. Cut a Judge's Familiar. You can go to 1 Judge's Familiar maybe in this matchup. Or is Judge's Familiar better than Thalia? Let's bring back in 2. Let's try that. We're going to try 1 Thalia, 3 Judge's Familiar instead. Because they do work better in doubles. And I think that's it. Path maybe? Path over Wisp. Alright, cutting all the Thalias then. Forgot about Path. Path is very good. Alright, let's play first. This hand gets ripped apart by Thoughtseize, but so does every hand. We're going to keep Plains, Shadowspear, pass. Bloodstained Mire, just passing. Okay. Flagstones, Stoneforge, Sword of Fire and Ice, pass the turn there. They crack the Bloodstained Mire. Watery Grave, tapped. Scalding Tarn, they crack it. Blood Crypt, untapped. Collective Brutality. Only 1 mode though. Okay. Passes to us. Let's go Plains, Sword of Fire and Ice, pass the turn. Opponent has a Kroxa. Let's ditch the Ghost Quarter, Scalding Tarn, and they pass. Horizon Canopy, let's just run out Naked Skyclave. We crack their Scalding Tarn, get a Steam Vents, untapped. They have so many cards in hand. Unholy Heat, fair enough. Go to their turn. Polluted Delta, crack it, just passing. Okay, let's run out of Judge's Familiar. Let's equip a sword to it. Yep, they destroy it. Pass the turn there. All right, they're bringing back the Croxa. We ditch the Skyclave. Path to exile the Croxa. Get themselves a land. Solitude, not really helping here. Did we just crack the Horizon Canopy, actually? Not right now. Pass the turn there. Crack the Bloodstained Mire. Get themselves a mountain. Getting Loris to hand. Playing a Blood Crypt. Tapped. They're just passing the turn. Let's just draw Relic, okay? Brings out the Drown in the Lock. I guess we just pass then. Expressive Iteration. Dragon's Rage Channeler. Dragon's Rage is down. Loris, no worries. And they're just passing. Let's go to our turn. Land. Solitude. Let's take out the Loris. Sure, opponent has the Unholy Heat, no worries. We're grinding. Expressive Iteration. Does switch on their Delirium. Another Expressive Iteration. Okay, well, probably in trouble. There's the Bauble. Look at our top card. Let us know if it's nice, opponent. They play a Spire Bluff Canal. They start swinging. Let's go to our turn. They've got no blue mana. Solitude, please? No. Okay, let's crack a Horizon Canopy to draw. Intrepid Adversary. Let's play Plains. Run out Intrepid. Let's not pay. Try and equip a sword. Brings out the Unholy Heat. Pass the turn there. We're just being ground down into a fine paste, and they keep hitting lands, which is nice, but they do have 3 cards in their hand. They swing in for 3. Eventually they will hit another Croxa. All right, if I can have a spell resolve till the end of the turn, that'd be nice. Probably not going to happen now. We drew a Horizon Canopy. Colligans hits the sword. We discard a card. Let's crack the Horizon Canopy to draw. Okay, good thing we cracked it, because we're going to discard a Plains, and we're going to replay Horizon Canopy. Snapcaster Mage for Colligans. Just do 2 damage, discard, please. Yep, cool. 2 damage, discard means we're dead next turn. Beautiful. Okay, gross. I mean, maybe we could have mulliganed, but they're a hand-hate, Thoughtseize style deck, so mulliganing just hurts. But we weren't getting anything for a while. Yeah, 4 turns. We were really, really dead. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, sometimes their deck just gets you. And by sometimes, I mean a lot of the time.
Let's just move on.
All right, we've won the die roll for the final round for all the marbles. Our opponent has a Thalia in their description. I hope it's not a Tax's Mirror. All right, let's keep this one. Opponent reveals a Kahira. Control again. Let's go Flagstones pass. Polluted Delta, and they pass. Plains, Thalia. Opponent cracks the Polluted Delta. It's a Rawgrim Triumph. Okay, so some sort of control deck again. Just pass the turn there. Opponent plays a tap land. Passes to us. All right, let's go Plains. We're going for rewarding plays here. So Stoneforge Mystic is going to go get Kaldra. And then if they stop us doing that, we've got the Intrepids. Go to combat. Swing in for 2. Opponent takes it down to 17. Breeding Pool, untapped. Just passing. Let's play Plains. Let's activate Stoneforge. Kaldra into play. Go to combat. Swing in for 7. Opponent has the Solitude. They ditched a Teferi to do it. Takes out the Germ token. Takes 2 down to 13. So if we run out Intrepid, it's an additional 3 damage. Whereas if we cast an Intrepid next turn, it's additional 2 damage. So I think we just cast an Intrepid here. Opponent counters it. Pass the turn there. Hallowed Fountain. Tapped. Spreading Seas on a Plains. Okay, that's a redraw for them. Let's go to our turn. Let's play Plains. Let's run out Intrepid. Let's pay. Go to combat. Swing in for 5. Pass the turn there. We are presenting lethal. Mystic Gate. Supreme Verdict. Fair enough. Go to our turn. Ghost Quarter. Pass. Opponent casts a Teferi, Hero of Dominaria. Ticks up. In response to their trigger, gonna Solitude. Ghost Quarter our Flagstones. Get ourselves a Plains. Get ourselves a Plains. Thalia. Let's play Horizon Canopy. Let's try and equip the Kaldra. Go to combat. Attack them for 8. And opponent scoops it up there. Very nice. All right. Against control. Slow control 2. They do definitely have Teferis. I think maybe we can get away with keeping it as it is. Maybe Pithing Needle over, say, the Shadowspear and the Expedition map. Let's go over 1 Intrepid. Run it back like that. This one's a mulligan, unfortunately. I'm going to mulligan. Oh my goodness, we're getting punished. Mulligan. Keep this one. Put 3 cards away. Solitude, Skyclave, Flickerwisp. Oh god. Alright, I hope Urza Saga's good against them. Alright, they play a Hallowed Fountain tapped. Aether Vial 2. Flagstones, Aether Vial. Pass the turn there. Okay, maybe this Judge's Familiar can be a surprise then. Hall of the Storm Giants. Prismatic Ending. Okay. Passes. Urza Saga. Aether Vial. Pass. Or do we just run out the Judge's Familiar now? I think we run it out. Hallowed Fountain. Teferi. It's going to bounce Saga. That's fine. So they're like, oh, we'll bounce the Saga. That buys us a turn. But then we get to kill the Teferi and replay the Saga. So all they did was basically discard their own card. Aether Vial ticking up. Let's go to combat. Attack Teferi. Now they did get to draw a card. Play the Urza Saga. And they do get to play another land. So it's an interesting play. They play a Polluted Delta. Crack it. Get a Breeding Pool. Untapped. Jace the Mind Sculptor, okay. Ticking up, all right, they're trying to Fate Seal us. Be nice to know which way they went with it. Game log, Aether Vial, ticking up. Let's just play planes here. Go to combat. Let's just attack Jace. Pass the turn there. Jace brainstorms. Spreading Seas. Okay, well, little painful. Make a construct. They play a Castle Vantress. And they pass to us. Aether Vial, staying on 2. Oh, for goodness sake. Horizon Canopy. Let's go to combat. Attack Jace. Attack Jace. Let's crack the Horizon Canopy to draw. Thalia. I think we just passed the turn. Rawgrim Triome. Opponent's Fate Sealing us. Supreme Verdict. Okay. Thalia into play on the end step. Aether Vial staying on 2. Horizon Canopy. Crack the Canopy to draw. Oh my goodness. This Fate Seal is just heartbreaking. Hit the Jace. Pass the turn. Solitude and we'll scoop it up. Yeah, I don't think we can really run anything differently. Maybe we can take out a Flickerwisp or an Intrepid, just so we have more 2-drops, be a bit more aggressive. Yeah, run it back like that. We get to go first this time. All right, no lander, mulligan, I guess. Keep, throw away Ghost Quarter, Plains, Aether Vial, pass, should have let on Esper Sentinel there, Chip. Island from our opponent, okay. Aether Vial ticking up, Plains is good. Let's play Urza Saga, Aether Vial, Esper Sentinel, Thalia, pass the turn there. I mean, if we wanted to set up against control, this would be the one. Castle Vantress, Aether Vial ticking up. Another Esper Sentinel. Play the planes. Tempted just to cast the Esper Sentinel on the map. No construct this turn. Let's go to combat. Swing in for 3. Opponent has the Solitude. Okay. Takes out the Thalia. Let's run out Esper Sentinel here. Opponent counters. We get to draw. Draw a Judge's Familiar. Okay. Let's run out an Expedition map. Let's run out a Judge's Familiar. Pass the turn there. Mystic Gate from our opponent. Pass to us. Aether Vial staying on 2. Let's make a construct. Pithing Needle or Aether Vial? I think Aether Vial... Pithing Needle, naming Teferi Time Raveler. Let's go to combat. Swing in for 2. Take it down to 17. Pass the turn there. Celestial Colonnade tapped. Aether Vial staying on 2. Let's crack the map. Play an Urza's Saga. Run out Aether Vial. Go to combat. Swing in for 7. Opponent takes it down to 10. Pass the turn there. Yep, Supreme Verdict. We get to draw. Judge's Familiar. Okay, let's go to our turn. Aether Vial staying on 2. The other one ticking up to 1. Urza Saga ticking up. Pass the turn there. Opponent does nothing and is passing. Let's make a construct. Activate Aether Vial. Put in a Judge's Familiar. Activate Aether Vial. Okay, opponent's gaining control of our construct. That's fine. Let's say no to the Aether Vial then. Now let's tick up both our Aether Vials. Let's make a construct. Get an Aether Vial. Go to combat. Swing in for 1. Pass the turn there. Opponent plays a land. They crack it. This could be a Solitude turn. Okay, let's tick the Aether Vial up to 1. Let's keep the other one on 2. And let's keep the other one on 3. Beautiful. Let's go to combat. Swing in. Opponent's casting Memory Deluge. Okay. Blocks the construct. Takes the 1. Let's just pass the turn there. Ending their turn. Aether Vial. Intrepid Adversary. Get a counter. Go to our turn. Well, let's keep all the Aether Vials where they are. Let's activate Aether Vial on 2. Thalia. Let's go to combat. Swing in. Big swings. Okay. Opponent has the Solitude. What are they solituding? Solituding the construct. So now let's crack the Horizon Canopy to draw. It's a land. Let's evoke our own Solitude, hitting their Solitude. This does play us pretty deep into a board wipe though. Hit them down to 4. Play the Flagstones, pass. Polluted Delta. Yep. Uncounterable. Wrath of God. Let's go to our turn. Opponent's cracking the Polluted Delta. Getting a Rawgrim Triome. We're just going to say no to every Aether Vial. Play an Urza Saga and pass the turn. Hopefully they don't have a Spreading Seas for it. Alright, big Teferi. Just tapping and untapping lands. Looks like it. Accidentally ticked up one of our Aether Vials. Horizon Canopy is a redraw. Intrepid. Okay, let's pass the turn there then. Opponent gets to untap some lands. We're going to make a Saga token. And then we're also going to put Intrepid into play. Ghost Quarter would be nice here. Okay, let's keep the Aether Vials where they are. I suppose we can tick the other one up to 3 now, and that means the other one can go up to 4. So yes, okay, no, okay, yes. Let's make a construct. I don't think we have any more artifacts left to grab. Opponent's just casting a big old Memory Deluge. Okay, so then they didn't have the Solitude. Wow, they didn't have it, and we win. All right, 3-2. Very happy with that, and I will see you guys in the wrap-up. Alrighty, 3-2 overall. Had a bit of a heart attack when MTGO crashed there for a second, but we worked through it. So the Judge's Familiar has definitely shown that it improves our non-creature matchup, so versing against control decks and things like that. It does not stop Supreme Verdict, which is an issue, as that's basically the one spell we really need to be stopping in that matchup. But overall, it gives us a good matchup against those. Unfortunately, round 1, versing another Urza's Saga list that was basically doing what we were doing, but slightly better because it didn't have those taxing pieces. So that was a tough round 1. Maybe we need something like Kataki in the sideboard rather than engineered explosives. And yeah, we're still losing to Darcy decks. Darcy makes decks very, very powerful and consistent, and I'm not 100% sure what we can really do to beat it. Maybe they're just a bad matchup. Maybe there's a tool I haven't seen yet that we need to be using. But in any case, feel free to let me know down in the comments down below what you thought of the deck, and I hope you've all enjoyed the video, and until next time, have fun.